Welcome to another episode of Overland Travellers. We start this episode near the community of Cunnawarrigi. Close to the start of the track, we'll be taking to Alice Springs, the Gary Junction road, which was built by Len Bedell. We have been loving these beautiful desert camps, and with a fire going, we can get on to dinner. We wake up to another beautiful sunrise in the desert and get some breakfast started. We are using the induction this morning. It's been a great addition to use alongside the gas, especially for one-pan meals or when it's windy. With the inverter going, we also take the opportunity to charge some of our camera gear. It's just so handy having a 12-volt system like this.
Welcome to another beautiful morning this morning. We were treated with a really nice sunrise, and we even saw the moon set because there was a super moon last night, which was really cool. We're about to jump back onto the Gary Junction, so we'll show you what the track's like today, I guess.
The Gary Junction Road is an outback unsealed road in Australia built by Len Bedell in the 1960s as part of a network of roads for the Weapons Research Establishment at Woomera, South Australia. It runs from the Tanami Road to the Gary Junction, just east of the Canning Stock route, a distance of 852 kilometres. Hey. After a few hours, we stop at Jupiter Well. While we are pulled over, we do a visual on the vehicles and notice a few things wrong with the Troopy.
What happened?
It's one of our sort of hanger. You can't even really call it a hanger. What do you call them, Adrian? It's just like just keeps all the leaves true. It's just come loose, so we're just going to put another bolt in that. Well, the bolt's come out, so it's just hanging. And also the diesel tank's leaking again in the rear. Brown Davis up in the top edge where the first leak was happening.
Yeah, soapy leak. Soapy leak got re-welded though.
Yeah.
Soapy leak. Still leaking.
Might need more soap.
Oh, did you get the nut?
No, not a salt.
Yeah.
You see him? Yeah, no, I think it might be another little small crack in the same spot where the first one happened. So I don't know though. I don't want to come to conclusions too quickly. I don't really know 100% where it's coming from, but it does look like that first junction. So anyway, we should be right till Alice. We're gonna get some gasket goo and put it on, and that should fix us up for the Simpson. Hopefully no bigger ones appear again.
But a cool thing to do on the Gary Junction is there's all of these plaques that Len Bedell left along the way. So we're just pulling over and having a look at them. It's cool because it kind of breaks up the road and the drive a little bit. A lot of them are replicas, but yeah, still something cool to come and see.
With the Troopy patched up, we get back on the road to look at the next point of interest.
This is Len Bedell's Russian truck. They caught on fire in the 1960s when they were grading or making these roads that we just passed on. And she's a beauty.
Pulled back here in 2004?
2004 Land Cruiser Club. See that? Cool. Land Cruisers saving the day every day.
The road was easy going and it wasn't long before we needed to find a spot for camp, which we did next to an old quarry. We had another nice night around the fire and watched the full moon rise and set. It wasn't too long before we had crossed back over into the Northern Territory.
Off the Gary Junction and we're heading towards Glen Helen and like the Westminster Ranges area. So yeah, really excited to go check them out. We're probably just going to do them quickly tomorrow, see a few spots and then head into Alice.
A lot of these communities in sort of the western deserts and going all the way to Alice Springs and Yendamoon, a lot of them have art centres. Indigenous art's having a real, I don't know, purple patch at the moment. It's really popular. It's bringing a lot of money into the communities and stuff like that. But it is really worth stopping by some of these art centres and just having a look. One, you're probably going to get a really good deal on some art that if you were to buy it at a gallery would be costing you a lot more. But it's just interesting seeing actually how it's done, where it's done, and how they do it. Like some of these artworks are done, you know, on the ground. You've got dogs running around, kids running around. Some of them are now going for, you know, there's artists back in Kirikara that was going for 50 to 100 grand a piece because Beyonce bought one, put it on Instagram. But, you know, actually seeing where it's done, it's, yeah, really it gives a bit more meaning to the art if you do decide to purchase it. Gives it a bit of a story and will just remind you of the trip anyway. So we've been really checking it all out and we're just going to another one now. So keen to check it out. We ended up purchasing 2 pieces this trip and the art centres were well worth checking out. We didn't do any filming of the centres or the artists as we didn't feel it was appropriate to be filming them. But we can't recommend stopping and having a look enough. Alrighty, so we finished the Gary Junction today. We're just in the edge of the West MacDonnell Ranges. It's absolutely stunning. We've just pulled off the road here. Just found a little spot. And it's absolutely stunning. Have the ranges in the background, which you would have seen by now. We've got ranges almost all around us, so it's really spectacular. Colours and everything are beautiful, obviously. Gary Junction, yeah, it was really interesting. We did a pretty quick look. It's a bit more of a road rather than a track. So just keep it in mind, you know, we were probably doing 90 to 100 Ks pretty much most of the road. And the road was pretty good. Not much traffic. But yeah, it's interesting. There is things to see on the way and the camping is beautiful and the change of scenery is pretty spectacular as well. We only had one day in the West MacDonald Ranges and we really didn't do this area justice. We'll have to come back for a deep dive soon. Thanks for watching this episode. Next time we'll be back in the Simpson Desert, and this time around it really didn't go to plan. We'll see you then. Cheers.